Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forend. Here playing as the mighty island nation of Cebu, which is kind of morphed at this point into Indonesia. The goal of this is still, of course, to recreate the Chola Empire. We have now 35 of the 117 requirements done, and we're hoping to finally subdue the remaining Indonesian island areas. So we're at war currently with Pasai, who we've completely annihilated. We're also at war with the Mamelukes, who are protecting them. And so far the war is going pretty well. The next goal is to move some troops to Australia, take them out, fire the air we have, and get adaptability ideas. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to be talking the whole time, so I'll talk when I need to. Well, that's actually convenient. We can actually pick up all three of these. Although we are a little bit behind in tech, I'd also like to finish the tree for the global trade power. Hello, Average. I'm really hoping we can subdue Australia here efficiently, because our colonial nation is not strong enough to take them on themselves. Really, this war is going to drag on until the Mamelukes want to leave. So it's going to be a while. That's why I didn't do it last time. Well, Cebuian Australia actually has a lot of troops this time around. I'm surprised. They must have grown in numbers. Really, part of the goal is to figure out what Australia even looks like, because we haven't been to a lot of it. Although our colonial nation can see it, we can't. Which is kind of frustrating, actually. Oh, nice. We smashed a fleet. That is good. Speaking of fleet stuff, how are we doing? Pretty good, actually. We're ranked 7th in the world in military, and we just got another colony done. Good. Might as well get all the free development for colonizing Indonesia rather than waiting. Okay. And there we go. Wait till they're locked in and then wipe them out. Easy as can be. Do need prestige though. It's kind of frustrating not having any. Oh, native uprising opponents have already defended. Good. And the wait for the Mamelukes to give up continues. Okay, 100% war score, because I've occupied all their lands for the minimum amount of time, so I should be able to demand pretty much whatever I want here, which is their entire country. Assuming I can take it all. Yep. And I should be able to take a fair amount of Australia as well. It's not all of it, but it's a good expansion, and I don't offend really anybody I care about. There we go. Cebu in Australia and Indonesia, with the small and annoying exception of Spanish lands, is mine. Do we have absolutism going yet? I don't think we do. We do have absolutism, but we don't actually have any at the moment. So, let's raise autonomy. No point in risking losing provinces for no reason. Okay. Just like that, Australia is pretty much ours for as long as we want it. Our colonial nation can now beat theirs in a fight, so priorities are straight. Back to there, if you would. And we are now going to start rivaling Bengal, who's going to be one of the harder nations to remove. We do need to take out these guys first, but actually we could possibly start doing that now. We're significantly stronger than them, and we do have the Vietnamese on our side. Plus there's rebels in that land anyhow. Slow progress towards our goal, but it's getting there. It's actually semi-unusual. Nobody actually found gold in Australia. It tends to be one of those places people find gold, so I'm surprised I didn't discover any. Oops, apparently I earned a merchant from all that. Probably should put that out somewhere on the map. Transfer. Us, the wealthy traders of the world. It's amazing how much money you can truly pick up from trade. Also how much a pain converting is. Yeah, we'll do this one too. Might as well try and clean up the rest of these islands before the Mamelukes really get to them all. It's gonna be a while, but... Oh, nice. Free population. Ugh, I do not like that air, but I'm stuck with it for a while. Want an 8, at least an 8 air if possible. I like our little Chimer ally up here, although I wish they'd actually be able to field more troops, but I'll take what I can get. They're not particularly wealthy, so... Slow increase in income. Slowly building buildings, slowly enhancing the empire. I really need to make the merchants happier with me, but they have so much influence. Eesh. Gotta watch out for that. Ooh, I may not be able to win this one that easily. Let's see. Oh, nope. Morale carries the day. In the end. Closer than I would have liked, though, but it should be it for all provinces that were rebellious. At least in that area. So, there we go. Completed traditions. So, faster reinforcement speed, cheaper development, and more monarch power, which is, more trade power. Should help a lot if we have to dev the next two institutions. Regardless, we should have exploration and expansion done, which will help quite a bit. Plus our ruler has improved slightly, so he's not as bad. The air is still terrible, though. Things are going pretty good. How are you? I'm just slowly conquering my way through Indonesia. It's a rather long, slow slog. There we go. And unfortunately, I still have a long way to go to break into India. Finally starting to get things a little bit more under control than they were before. Any plans for any new Let's Plays? Well, I've got the Netherlands one going. I have recorded quite a bit of the Netherlands one. So I'll probably continue that one. The next Let's Play will be in Japan as one of the daimyos, is what people selected. We had a whole poll on it. A couple hundred people voted. I was really happy about that. And they decided on a Japanese daimyo, so we'll probably do the Shimazu, Oda, or Tokugawa. I'm not entirely sure yet which one. The Shimazu have some of the best military ideas, the Oda have some of the best generals, and Tokugawa is just overall solid. Hello, Nathan. How are you? Okay. Really want to attack these guys, but I also don't want to overextend too much. What does their army look like? Oh, I have no idea what their army looks like. Ava's army is actually quite large. Oh, thank you. I'm glad it helps people. It's Europa is definitely one of the more complex games I've ever played, so it's fun. Oh good, Ava is not going to join, so this should be an easy war. Relatively, of course. Easy victory. Easy victory. What lands do I specifically need from them? Okay, so I need to own this land myself. So this province is up here we can give to the Chimer. Since they're a fairly loyal march, there's no reason to keep them away from land. Oh my gosh, so many problems. I just need religious unity. I'm gonna have to figure out if I do other stuff. Oh, you just switched to EU4 from Total War? Is that what you mean by TW? Yeah. El Dorado is it's not a bad expansion. But there's certainly a lot, and some of them are really good, and some of them are so-so. Like every expansion, honestly, in a game. I think it's still cheaper, technically, for me to do a naval barrage. Europa is, it's certainly addicting. I don't know what it is about Total War stuff lately. But other than Warhammer, I just can't get into all their other games. It's really frustrating. I don't know. I think the turning point for me was after Shogun 2 into Medieval Total War started to get worse. I loved the original Total War game, not Shogun, but Medieval Total War. Played that game for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. My favorite thing was just massing spearmen and conquering the world with an overwhelming amount of spearmen. And I'm going to offend the merchants again. Great. So much offending of merchants. Total War Rome 1 is pretty good. Medieval 2 is solid. Warhammer, the Total Warhammer ones are actually quite fun. They're I don't know at what point the series kind of went downhill in general. I think it has something to do with garrisons and I don't know. I think once it got to the point you could only raise one army from like 4 to 5 provinces, the game stopped being fun. There was no large armies. That's my guess. Who else am I fighting? Oh, those guys. A little annoying when you forget who you're invading. There we go. What I find fun in the only really thing I enjoy doing in Rome Total War 2 was playing as the Western or Eastern Roman empires and trying to survive, because those were actually hard enough. I think they need some balancing to make the game harder without making it almost impossible with like less stabilities, being able to raise more armies from single provinces. Stuff like that I think would make the game better. That's why I'm a big fan of Warhammer 2, because you do have some rich provinces, but you also have garrison buildings. But anyhow. Mountain Blade Warband? I still have that one. If you're playing as Venice, how do you kill the Ottomans very early? Pretty much answer, you don't. The only way I can easily think of killing them would be if you could trick them into, if you joined the HRE. I know you tend to do the HRE start where you're part of the HRE is Venice. If you could somehow get them to attack you and get Austria to come to your defense, you might be able to win that. But even still, it's going to be a pretty even fight. That's the annoying part. Okay. Can I safely do that? Not really. Okay. We want to offend some people. We don't want to offend all of them is the problem. Maybe I should just take their capital. If I wait till next year, I can get away with taking that without offending Bengal. It's just so hard to take lands without offending people in this, especially in Asia. I like talking to chat. The only thing is I do also have to focus on some of it. I've already pre-ordered the Three Kingdoms, mainly because I enjoy Dynasty Wars. So I'm going to focus on that one. Yeah. The earliest nation way to kill Ottomans? Probably the Commonwealth or the Mamelukes. Early on, the Mamelukes are really are strong enough to kind of take on the Ottomans. The real difficulty with the Ottomans is the discipline. But on a one-on-one fight, Poland, Lithuania, if you get the union with the Danzig, and if you get Moldova and their other vassal they start with, I'm drawing a blank on them, you can beat the Ottomans, specifically if you take like a discipline advisor. It's really rough. Mamelukes, kind of. The Ottomans' discipline makes it hard to beat them. At any age, really. Let's upgrade some buildings before I forget. Once we get to... Oops, I got another colony I gotta get going. Oops. Slacking off here. Can't have that. Yeah. Let's see. I could possibly give some of this land to the Vietnamese safely, because they are my allies, and I don't actually need any of their lands for this achievement. I don't know. Anyhow, it's January, so I can actually take this land without offending Bengal, apparently. Problem was they kept catching my spies, so I couldn't actually claim all this land. This should toss us into, not first place, but solidly in second. Oops, darn, they're not going to accept that offer. Moldova, yeah, that's it, Moldova. Yeah, Holland has some ridiculous trade power. If you got Bohemia and Danzig, if you could call in Austria, yeah, you definitely win. The danger is average. If you expand that much and take Bohemia as Poland, which you can do now, which is strange, you do have to let your unions recover, and the problem is the longer you wait for them to recover, the worse shape Lithuania gets into. A legitimate thing you have to do now, if you're playing as Poland, is you almost have to help Lithuania convert their lands, because otherwise they just die to rebel after rebel after rebel group. Let's get these guys out. I don't think I need that province up there. How far do I go? Wish they'd make this outline a little clearer. Okay, so I don't actually have to expand up into this area at all. It's going to make life a lot easier. This is going to be the nightmare, taking this area. Someday I'll do a game in the lowlands again. I did a Holland into the Netherlands, but I don't like the Netherlands government form, so... Plus, I don't like playing as Burgundy. There we go. Let's... Oh, wait till that war is over. Might as well get war reparations out of it all. Meticulous rebels. Ugh. We don't have any of this, do we? Really wish I had some absolutism here. It's not worth it at 50 though. Part of my... it varies. my opinion on how much I'm into playing Europa early on. Part of the issue with Portugal is I played Portugal must be 15 times I've played a full Portugal game, so if I sounded a little bored, that might have been why. Plus, I wasn't a big fan of the changes, but it also just depends on the day. I could have been tired at the beginning. I do pick it up after a while. Once you get rolling as Portugal, it's a bit more fun. I'm going to wait till next year to peace out. January will get us another province or two. Plus, the less people I offend, probably the better off I am. Yeah. They'll give you a province to Khmer. That wouldn't be bad. Not very valuable land, the Khmer's region, though. That's a problem. Annoying part is Khmer won't develop it as a vassal. Well, to be fair, part of the reason I'm not doing another Europa Let's Play right now is so I don't do something like that again. Be rather bored. Take a break. Refresh. That's why I'm doing Hearts of Iron. I don't want to just always play Europa. I love Europa, but sometimes you do need a change. Especially starting from scratch again is a pain. The first 50 years of Europa are definitely the best game. The last 100 years are sometimes pulling teeth with the sheer amount you have to do. I need conversion strength. Ugh. I don't think there's any way for me to boost conversion strength other than getting a conversion advisor. It's just a pain. Ming are in a golden era. That is going to be actually something of a problem because they hate me. They hate me. They want peace. I don't want peace yet. See, the longer I wait and let the aggressive expansion tick down, the more I can actually steal in the war. And we want to steal as much as we can. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to doing a series with somebody. It just has to be somebody reliable enough to not necessarily film every day, but film for a couple hours once or twice a week would be awesome. The only problem is a lot of people like the achievement hunts rather than just general Let's Plays. Also, to Dimox, that's probably why I was a little bit down at the beginning of the Portugal game, is I didn't think I'd get any achievements. But it turned out to be the most popular series I've done yet. So I was very happy to see that. At some point I'll go back and do the Ottomans and get tons of subscribers doing that, but for now I'm having more fun with the small nations. I mean, Cebu is about as small a nation as you can get. It's good practice for if I ever try and do 3 mountains as Ryukyu. Someday, my goal is to try and conquer the world as Ryukyu. That is the goal of every Europa player, pretty much. I still haven't conquered the world, though. I need to do that, but doing it as Ryukyu would be awesome. Probably actually easier to do it as them than somebody like Albania, because they have some really good ideas. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad people find it. I usually get buried deep because I'm not like Sioux King or something. It's a lot of them. I love how bad like half of Ryuku's idea is in, but the Chinese investiture reduced 25% aggressive impact alone makes them like one of the best countries. It's so strange. Anyhow, let's get this war over with because it's been dragging on for too long now. I don't like your deal. By the way, you almost never want to take the AI's deal in this game, if you didn't already know that. Still gonna offend Bengal. Well, I guess we'll wait another year. I want to get all that land without offending Bengal. Because right now the only thing that could kill me is a huge coalition with Bengal in it. Bengal has more troops than I do. We probably have better troops, but I don't want to risk it. Yeah, they don't really have any combat strength other than artillery and shock. Oh, they do have infantry. This Bengal's a better country than I thought they were. It just takes time, average. You really don't need to conquer as much land at the beginning of the game as one would think. The key point is once you get absolutism to pretty much max out absolutism instantly. Obviously I'm not doing that here, partially because it would just be a disaster for my empire, what with the absolute terrible amount of religious unity I have, but also because of how split apart my empire is. How many mercs do I have? I think I have a fair amount of mercs. 25% would be nice, but I think it's more valuable to get the tech. They only got 25 years to go till they have a new institution on the field, so can't fall too far behind. I think we've ticked over to another year since I looked. I can't remember. Regardless, being the second largest country in the world, I'm in a really good spot for what... It's still a lot of land I have to conquer, but considering how long I've got, almost 200 years to conquer this area, shouldn't be hard at all. If I pushed, I could probably do it in like 50, 60 years, but why rush it? And then some cash. Hopefully, does that offend Bengal? No, it doesn't. Awesome. And that pretty much moves Eu4 as a threat, which is exactly what we want, although I'm going to definitely fight some rebellions. Just the amount of hatred these guys have for my country is ridiculous. Yeah, that is an issue doing the streams. Also, for me doing live streams, the struggle is, while I like talking to people, I also like playing the game. And talking sometimes rather than playing a game is a problem. Whoops, I didn't realize my capital's under siege. Let's go solve that problem. Oops. Pick up your silly troops already. There we go. Save the capital from the particularists. I just wish Europa was a better multiplayer game. That's one of my sad facts. It's not as stable as it should be. Okay. Victory is mine, and then we have to subdue that province. think I got a fort here, right? I must have a fort, yeah. Okay. Now we've gotten another, we're going to get another idea group done. That should open up another policy. Plus we shift off somebody to this area. Oh cool, I can't ship anybody off, but I don't need to. And free policy of, actually, I guess that'll work. It's not a really good policy, but it's about the best we can do. Okay, we've converted that guy, that province. The only provinces we can actually convert are any of these animist provinces. Everything else is almost too expensive. Let's get Fiji. Oh, that... interesting. Okay. What? Non-Brahmin movements reduce unrest, but Brahmin orthodoxy gives unrest. What? That is just weird. Normally it's the other way around. One thing I would like to do, but I don't know if I'll ever get around to it because I keep getting drawn back to just wanting to play Europa, is I do want to do other games as well. But part of it is because the audience is obviously here for Europa, but also because if I don't go without playing Europa like a week or two, I just start really wanting to play Europa. Probably could qualify as addicted to Europa at this point, but... Okay. Where are you crazy people wanting to revolt? How long have I been doing YouTube Let's Plays and streams? I've been doing the Let's Plays longer than streams. It's going to be almost 3 years in a month. That's a long time to be doing YouTube stuff. Almost 3 years. And really, honestly, the channel has only really gotten anywhere in the last year and a half, so... It's not what you'd call the most popular game in the world, unfortunately. Yeah. See, I did some... If you haven't seen it, which you probably haven't, is I did do some Total War series of the Shogun. I think I did 2 to 3 series of them a couple years ago. So obviously not as good, but if you like it, you could go watch those. My problem with the Total War series is the most recent games, like Warhammer, take like 2 minutes to process a turn, and I'd have to go through and edit out all those turns. Plus, if I was to command a battle personally, that takes a while too. Ay, ay, ay. So much unrest. This is what happens when you get a king that's rated as cruel and you're not religiously unified. It's a mess. Outraged, I guess. Really? 2 to 3 times better than Total War? Well, let me put it to you this way. When you've got 7 people, 2 to 3 times is not a huge increase. Yeah. The Total War series concepts are great. The implementation lately has just been bad. let's get to there, I think. Even with 35% coring cost, it's still almost 100 admin power for a 31 development province. That's expensive. Yeah, go check them out. I think I did a game. I did one game as I think with a mod as the Choso Kabe, and I lost immediately. So don't watch that one. But I did a successful one as the Date, and I think I did another successful one as some of them. It's such a good game, that one. It actually works conceptual-wise. Plus, it has probably my favorite or second favorite Total War faction in it, which was the Iko-Iki Peasant Rebellion. I just love the concept of those guys. You cause so much havoc doing nothing. Yeah. That's also actually a fairly good multiplayer game. I did manage to mess around with one person on multiplayer, and it's fun. I need to upgrade my ships. I need money. Great. First live stream, yeah. 2 years ago, Hearts of Iron wasn't so great. You mean he gets 900 to 1,000 people watching? Really? I can't get above like normal difficulty level stuff. I'm not really good at the battlefield commands. It's just I can't do well in those games, unfortunately. I did a stream of Total Warhammer, and I got annihilated on it. Well, I was doing okay, but it was really slow. Oh my gosh, how do I get these people actually happy with me? I may have to literally just go humanist ideas to survive in this game. These guys have no conversion bonuses. Ugh. At least none that I'm not already using. How frustrating. I mean, I could toss up a Hearts of Iron multiplayer one. I don't know about a Europa multiplayer. I've been playing a fair amount of Europa lately. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about it more. That's unfortunate. My general died one day before the battle. And his replacement is terrible. Ugh. Oh yeah, I should probably be drilling my armies. No, I can't drill my armies because of the risk of rebellions. Great. What I need is to actually get some of those achievement stuff done, but I don't have universities. Can't found trade companies. Can't get the absolutism of 90. Can't become Emperor of China. Multicultural nation would be nice, but that's about all I can do. And the HRA has already solved the Lurgis War. No, that's no trouble. Well, Average, do you happen to have the Discord link? I mean, maybe I could do Europa. If Average tosses up the Discord link and you guys join there, there's a fair amount of people who play there. Plus, it's an easier way of chatting with people in some ways. I think we need to save cash so I can actually update my ships. Oh yeah, I've got to fire this heir again. If you don't know it from Europa, always, if you can, disinherit heirs that are below 8 total monarch points. It's not worth it. As you can see, I'm falling behind in monarch points with a 8 alone, let alone everything else. I want at least a 9. Gonna have a revolt soon. Depends. Oh, hello, USU Lordo. Question concerning Japan achievements. Is it possible to combine going full isolationist and converting Japan to Christian faith? I believe so. I will be testing that out on my next Let's Play because those are 2 achievements I don't have, actually. So it will be an isolationist Japan trying to conquer stuff, so we'll see how that goes. Really? Particularist again? Ay, ay, ay. This is getting ridiculous. I don't think I've had this unstable of a country in a while. And I don't mean rebels because of conquest or nationalism. This is just general instability. Well, if the merchants already hate me, let's steal their money. Yeah, if there's people and they show up and I can, unless people are really unhappy with it, I can always rehost stuff. It's just really a matter of sometimes I get really busy with life and stuff. So, we'd have to pick a time, and I'm trying to be more reliable about getting work and other life things out of the way for streaming, but considering how little amount of money I actually make from doing any of this, life sometimes does have to come first. Really, these guys got clobbered again. Nice. Nice. One achievement I have to get at some point is the Great Tonggu Empire, as Tonggu conquer like the Burmese culture region by 1500. Haven't done that yet. Really want to. Hey, nice. West Timor is done. Nice. See, I've got to convert all these animist islands, otherwise I'm just going to be fighting rebels. Where's ship? There's the ship. Okay. I mean, I suppose I could make territories out of some of these and then enforce religious unity on them, but I don't think that would be worth it right now. Yeah. Nice. Salary boost is definitely worth it, though. I'm in grad school myself, so I've got work I have to maintain. I'm on, I got like a week or so off now. Then I'm back at it again. Long night, I don't care about that. I care about Pegu. Let's do that. Subdue that area. Okay, I think we're good for the moment. Yeah. Every once in a while I do have to stop and kind of take a glance at how I'm actually doing, because otherwise I miss stuff, especially if I'm talking. What am I studying? I'm studying accounting stuff. Accounting and auditing and finance. Can I embargo anyone else? Actually, I should go be insulting people, honestly. Where is... I'm on. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop doing that. There we go. I believe I have rivaled them. They haven't rivaled me, though. That's fine. Okay, issue embargo. Darn. Okay, good. That wasn't actually my new colony. And that should be good. I guess so. I don't know where you are, so US North America stuff, that's accounting and financing. It does pay well out of school. I do like it. I'm pretty good at it. So I like working with numbers. If you can work with numbers well, it's always fun. Embargoing Bengal. Now I have to figure out who I dare insult. I don't want to insult the Ming if I can avoid it. Great, now the Mameluke are showing discontent in my lands. This is awful. Oh my gosh, this is bad. Not fun at all. These guys are actually relatively terrible as a nation, I'm finding out. Oh well. Slowly rebuilding, slowly expanding. Actually, you know what I could do, and I probably should. Oh, I can't recruit an Inquisitor? Oh, I guess these guys must not be intolerant enough to allow Inquisitors. Oh wait, here we go. That'll help with some of that instability. And the stock market, yeah, I do a fair amount of investing stuff. Yeah, the US has some tough tests, especially if you want to go on to college. I mean, I've heard they're not as tough as tests in, say, France and stuff, but they're rough. If you want to get into a good college, that's for sure. There we go. I both need an heir and I need my ruler to die. Can't royal marriage with a colonial nation because for some reason all colonial nations are republics. I already got a royal marriage with you. Need to find somebody else I can get a royal marriage with. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm allied to Marwar. Everybody else hates me. I wonder why. Just need a new heir. Need an heir, and I need to finish these guys off in 11 years. Ooh, wool and cotton changes. And of course, my sieging general died. Of course he did. Usually you have to apply for a you have to apply for grad school on top of college separately. Usually, it's usually a lot harder. Suppose I should help win this war. Still waiting for that one ship to become one fleet to be able to be upgraded here. Getting there. My worry is my Carracks here, my heavy ships, are going to be so weak if I fight a European power, they're just going to get stack wiped unless they're upgraded. Nice. One of the weird things is you can apply for grad school in a field that you don't actually have undergrad work in, which is weird. But U.S. education system, it's good but strange. Okay. $1 single dollar more, pretty much. And of course now the Mamluks, if they want, could form a coalition versus me. See, now that's an heir you want. Homamai, we'll take you. Hopefully he's not cruel. Hopefully he's a zealot, honestly. I'm honestly looking for zealot rulers these days. So undergrad is your base level of college, and then graduate school is like if you go back for a second higher degree. So you've got your bachelor's degrees, which is your undergrad usually, or associates. Then you got master's, which is usually graduate. And then if you go on to post-grad, you're going for your doctorate usually. True, yeah, you can't take some of those. It's a weird system, but it works somehow. But it does mean you spend a lot of time in college if you go for a doctorate. There we go. I need more money, please. There we go. And maybe someday I'll make my merchants like me again. I suppose I can make Central Thailand into a core. Tessurium. Where in the world is that? Oh, it's right here. Interesting. Didn't even know this was that interesting of a region. Okay. I think we're going to enforce religious unity in this area. That way I can actually convert this land. Yeah, college is expensive. With how we wandered between the subjects, probably because I don't hard and fast enforce many rules other than non-politics and don't be racist stuff. Hey, I got a province out of the war. Nice. So, I feel free wandering between topics, specifically video game topics I like talking about. I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them, but Europa is probably the game I've invested most effort into learning over the years. A lot of the other games I'm not so good at. I don't always enjoy playing games if you get to the point of it's like obsessive, you must know all the details, history, and exploits just to play the game. At that point it becomes more of a job than anything else. I blame all of you, I'm just playing a game. Speaking of just playing a game, I haven't done it in a while, but would anybody like to hear some jokes? I came across some good ones the other day. They're of course appropriate, so. One of the strangest things I find in Europa is how much the empires grow and fall in Southeast Asia here. Other than the nations in India seem to consolidate, but Southeast Asia tends to just fall apart. It's weird. It's more what I figure Europa should be, even if it's hard. Average would like to hear a joke. Would anyone else like to hear a joke, or is it just Average? Diviet is on the expansionist path. Let's make sure they don't have any of the land I need. Ooh, they are getting close though. So let's tell them I want all of this. Whoops. Land. All land I need up to there. Blaming yourself, nice. I'll be on for another hour or two probably, so no problem. Nice to meet you. Hope to see you again sometime. Ooh, this is a problem. These guys are allied to the Ming. If there's one nation I cannot fight right now, it is the Ming. Surprised Bengal and the Ming haven't gone to war. Ooh, this is interesting. What is this? The Ming are attacking Japan? The Ming are trying to take Japan. There's a very real possibility they could pull it off, but... Oh, that's why. They're level 18, they're level 14 thanks to my meddling. Oops. I may have doomed Japan. I may have doomed Japan to die to the Chinese. I apologize for nothing, but be sad if they did get killed by them. At least it's tying up China in wars. Need these guys to ally someone else so I can attack them. Especially because I only have the basic mission tree. I have no way to expand faster. Hey, conversion. So slow. Down to 60% religious unity. This is not going well. However, assuming this person comes to the throne, 6 admin power should make up the difference. I need military tech. Maybe I should spy on the Chinese rather than Spanish. Probably won't make any difference anyhow. I'm not going to make a joke, I'd tell a joke. I'm not going to attack Japan, probably. Right now I couldn't anyway, I'm behind them tech-wise. The Mamelukes might get into some trouble with the Ming expanding into Taiwan if they're not careful. I think honestly we have to stop expanding rapidly for a while and just rebuild, because religiously we've got problems. So, you wanted a joke, Average. Okay, here's one. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? Think about that for a minute. Whoa, I didn't realize there's a 12 development province Ambon down here. That is a really nice colonial province. I'll have to remember that if I ever colonize in this region. 12 dev is amazing. Especially as a starting base. Look at it this way, Average. If I explain why how a joke is like a rhetorical question, it ruins the joke. If you don't get it, look up what rhetorical question means and maybe you'll understand why the joke. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? Why that is in fact the joke. Also, apparently Bahamanis just beat Vijayanagar. There is no answer, Average. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? That is in fact a joke, because a rhetorical question you're never actually asking for an answer to. You don't expect an answer to a rhetorical question. And jokes you get like, what do you get when you cross 4 elephants and 18 giraffes? You're not really expecting the person to know. So the joke is, what do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? That is in fact the joke. It's a bit of a meta joke, a joke that makes a joke about jokes, which is sometimes tricky to understand. You'd think with 11% tech discount on top of a 22% neighboring tech discount that I'd actually be able to afford to get techs, but I'm having trouble getting tech points this game. I mean, I suppose I could up, but I can't actually promote any of my advisors. Once I can afford it, I should, though. Not entirely sure how to convert all these provinces. Best I can do is enforce religious unity, really. I do need to stop expanding, though. It's getting me into trouble. I want this admin efficiency, but we're behind more in military points. This guy's 51 though. Let's promote you. Reinforcing my mercs is really expensive. Let's actually do that. Not to mention maintaining 3 colonists is also proving to be rather expensive. But we are almost in fact the same size as the Ming. Although we are considerably less powerful. So it's not a total loss. Slowly making progress. However, Portugal and France have just declared war. That's not good. What province are they after? They're after that province of all provinces. Weird. Okay, oh, this should be an easy war for me, actually. Intercept enemy fleets in the Eastern Indian Ocean. And if I do that right, that should wipe out Portugal's fleet because they have no heavies. Huh. Weird, and I assume they're riding on the fact that France is strong. Yeah. That and they have stronger tech. Still strange. That's a weird war to have had declared on me. However, we can get some tech out of the way. Still have some ships I could upgrade, but everything else is solid. I always like it how when you're in war in this game, especially versus a superior enemy, the game never seems to give you morale or discipline advisors. It's always like land force limit advisor. It's a little frustrating. Anyhow, catching up a bit in tech, which is nice. Plus we're able to get some conversion done. No matter how slow and expensive it is. Oh, this will be nice to get some admin efficiency. If I had had that earlier, I could have probably taken a lot more land, but it's no use crying over spent tech points. I think tech-wise we're not overwhelmingly far behind. 18, 19, or 17s. A bit, but not terribly. I think we can recover. Our next monarch, if they survive to come of age, would be useful. Plus, apparently, I can create some trade companies now. What is this strangeness of this all? So I can create a trade company in some of the Malacca provinces, but not others. Huh? This is weird. I can create a trade company there. Can I create a trade company out here? No. Weird. I don't understand why that's working. So unless I mess up horribly, no Portuguese fleet will actually ever reach our lands. So then it should be a matter of maybe even stealing land from France. France is definitely doing well this game. Look at them go. That's a big France. And that's a pretty sad Austria, honestly. Commonwealth is bullying everybody. And the Ottomans are doing the same. Commonwealth is actually attacking the HRE safely, which is horrifying. If somehow we could get 75 prestige, we could get an empire, which would actually help quite a bit. Hopefully we'll get that eventually. Oh, it's a miracle. The merchant guilds actually like me again. Well, I'm glad that we can fully deploy our fleet and still actually be making, gaining sailors. That makes being a naval power a lot easier than it was earlier. Strange that I can create a trade culture there. Oops, we lost the fight. Must have forgotten to tell these guys to come home at war. And that's why I've invested so much money in a heavy ship fleet, the ability to wipe out enemies. Hey, Black Cat. I haven't seen you in a while. Things are going pretty good in this game. Slow but steady growth. 21 development smaller than China, so I must be doing something right. Although the Europeans have decided I'm the perfect invasion target, like idiots. I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm doing pretty good. There we go. I no longer have to actually send army troops to my colonies. The current policy should make it so no native uprisings occur, which is exactly what we want. Native uprising chance negative 1,000. Perfect. That's fine. I get people are busy. It's nice to see you again, though. Where is Varanasi? If I were to get control of that and that would give me another missionary, but so far away from where I actually am, there's no point. Lana is a protectorate. Ooh, possibilities. Everybody still hates me though. Except for Bengal and the Ming, so progress. Slowly moving forward. We control 67% of all trade in the Malacca trade now. That is a pretty good start. We're pretty much running our empire off trade, honestly. Uh-oh. Portugal's got a fleet here. Where's my... What? These guys got beat up? Since when did I lose that fight? Ooh, I better see about getting some peace here. I guess Portugal's got better ships than I do. I did not see that. Portugal has officially landed in my territory. However, I can just wipe peace. There we go. Looks like my fleet is not as strong as it should be. Which means more heavy ships are needed. Also, we can afford to build a flagship now, which would be useful. Fleet morale, flagship cannons. And fleet engagement. Build. Okay, hopefully that will be a strong enough fleet now. I guess Portugal must have massively been building ships during that war. Or else, well, let's see, it's Portugal, so... Oh, they have, actually, they don't have anything to help there. They just have got good ships, I guess. Oh, the slow progress towards tech. As much as I'd like to take humanist ideas, and they probably help, probably religious ideas would do more for me. Which is the one that allows you to convert states? Wait a second. Oh, okay. Any of them, you just receive a small penalty. I forgot they changed that back. Yeah, probably religious ideas. Honestly, I need the morale anyhow. Although humanist ideas would be nice. I still can't get tolerant of heathens, though. Probably religious. I am amazed how easy it was to survive Portugal there, except for that small mess at the end of the war. Not the biggest threat in the world, I guess. There's so much devastation in Burma. Actually, a lot of my provinces that had devastation in it there from those rains. They never go away fast enough. August next year we'll finish off Eu4. Plus we got a solid ally there, and ooh, I can afford it. I'm definitely taking that level 3 missionary advisor. Time to convert my lands really quickly, actually. I want to clean up specifically the states I've got the enforced religious unity in. That should help a lot. My religious unity is still terrible, but at least we're making progress. Pegu issues. Issues with Pegu, of course. Oh, another colony done. Nice. Okay. There's no way I'm going to get to any of this land. I really should start exploring again, but seems like a little bit of a waste. Actually, let's jump all the way over here and get a province in Africa. At least it will be a good province. It's a center of trade. Nothing else. Spain is getting really good at catching my spies. I think am I rivaled to Spain still? No, I should probably switch to China then. Though it helps if I can remember where I've got hostiles. Time to spy on the Ming. I need a much stronger fleet if I'm gonna ever fight the Ming, because otherwise they'll just destroy my lands. Destroy my fleet, cut me off, annihilate, force me to release nations, which would be the worst. Plus I get a... oh, spy detection in the Ming is negative? That negative? No, then Bengal, I guess. No, Bengal's even. I guess I stay spying on Spain? Yeah, Spain, I guess. Ugh. I was hoping to avoid that. Spying on Spain, I guess, is the solution. A slightly annoying part is I both need to complete an admin tree, but I also still need to strengthen my admin, get more admin power to core states. I think the problem you run into with expansion is you just don't have enough admin power. No, I should attack those guys, shouldn't I? Yep. Time to wipe these guys off the map. And no one will support them. Even better. Plus we'll give one land to the Khmer. I think so long as we keep the Vietnamese happy, they're going to be a solid 20,000-30,000 men ally. That'll come to our aid. Hello, Llama Lord. How are you? Thanks for your advice. I've been struggling in the Hearts of Iron game a little bit. I'm sorry about that. I just don't... How in the world do you beat the Nazi Germany in Hearts of Iron? It's almost impossible. Yep, playing as Cebu, the tiny little nation of Cebu, or Cebu, right there, middle of the Philippines. 36 development for me now, and we're going for a Philippine Tiger, and we've got 47 of the 117 needed, so we need to conquer all of this coastline pretty much. So, a couple wars against... There's no other great powers in the area other than the Ming, but still doesn't mean they're to be underestimated. Oh, looky here! The Commonwealth has picked a fight with the, or the Ottomans have picked a fight with the Commonwealth and are annihilating them. Whoa! How are they doing that? Commonwealth has less troops than the Ottomans, but they should have better ones. Quality, quantity. Okay. Defensive, offensive. It should be pretty close, honestly. Yeah. Admiral Puggington at your service. Yeah, I should have probably evac'd, but I was hoping my forts would hold, and they didn't. So I wasn't expecting the Germans to have like 500-600 attack power that early in the game. Also, my oops. Let's give this to Keimer. My AI commands just didn't work well. Champasak. There we go. Because sometimes they just, I don't know what it is about that game. They don't. I changed my orders, and the old orders stay until I restart the game. It's really weird. Where's my army? There's my army. Okay, let's land back here. These guys are going to be my next target for elimination because I need their land. So much aggressive expansion. I think the Mamelukes are by and large not interested in it, or not going to be interested with me anymore. But also Hissin Kefa is alive, which is impressive. I don't know how the Commonwealth is losing there. I guess they're fighting Russia as well. There we go. Ottomans in Russia versus the Commonwealth. No wonder they're dying. Russia is out of manpower though. Well, an alliance between two enemies will see the downfall of the mighty Polish Empire. Too bad. So sad. There. Yeah, Vietnam is doing okay. They struggled for a while, but their alliance with me has allowed them to pretty much stabilize themselves. And thanks to me beating up Eu4, literally eliminating them from the game, rebuilding Khmer, Dai Viet really is no threat, because none of these guys can attack them, because they're not tributary states of China. That's why Eu4 was the threat. Because they start as a tributary state of China. So they just freely were conquering everybody. So it's a little bit safer for them. The key point is I gotta cut them off before they get any more land. I think that's one of the ones I need. No, I actually don't. So long as I take this coastline, we're good, but I would like to take up to there. Actually, I wouldn't mind taking up to there, so I cut off the Vietnamese completely. Yeah, a few of the Mamelukes, what are you doing in Indonesia? But it's AI, so who knows? That's part of that eliminated. I'm enjoying this Tonkin separatists here from the land they sold to the French, because that means we're going to see them probably emerged, because I don't see France managing to send their troops back in time. Maybe they will. We also got to keep an eye on here on Tonggu, because they can become explosively powerful if left alone. I just need this next tech level. Please give me the tech level. Nothing. Nothing at all. Still confused on whether or not religious ideas or humanist ideas would be better. The stability and tolerance plus the reduced years of separatism would be really good. It's just it wouldn't make the empire as stable. On the other hand, it would require less work. It's a tough decision, really. What do you guys think? Would religious or humanist ideas be better? Religious would allow me to convert them, which would stabilize a lot of the empire, but humanist would mean I don't have to convert at all. I'd still have good I'd have pretty good religious unity, and I would be tolerant of. Well, no, actually, wouldn't be even tolerant of heretics. Too bad. I guess religious it probably will be then. Civil rights first. Okay, I'll go humanist. I haven't gone humanist in ages these days. We'll try being nice and tolerant for once. The only reason I don't pick humanist is because the tolerance is down. That's the downside. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna have to be fighting Bengal for this region. That's gonna be troublesome. All I really want from Vietnam is a defensive ally if they come to attack me. That's the big use for having them as an ally. They're really good as a defensive ally. They tend not to expand. Just want that last province, then we'll see where we're at. Oh, died in the middle of a fight. That's too bad. Rest in peace. Oh, yeah. Kind of wish admirals and generals didn't count towards the same pool. It's a little frustrating. Ah, here's why my ships weren't good. Portugal probably had war galleons. That would explain my slight struggle with their navy. Suppose I have a 99% war score. Oops, I can't actually take it all. I'll leave that one, take that instead. Yeah, coalition, but probably not as bad as it could be. Plus it boxes off the Vietnamese from expanding for a while. I wish I didn't have. I wish I could get some absolutism. Does not having absolutism is a problem. Such a pain. Convert that. Then I can stop focusing religious unity there, which should save some money. Same as there. And just like that, we'll core it all too. Although Portugal could be returning for round 2. A little bit worried about that. Ships. We'll do 10 heavy ships. We can afford like 30 of them, so. These guys should be in Malacca. Not Malacca. Yeah, Malacca. Funding our entire empire off trade. Oh, so if you expel minorities to colonies, where you can't always do it to all of them. I expelled some to here. It actually develops the land based off the strength of the colony. So first off, you get rid of the culture in your lands to a colonial nation who doesn't have a penalty to having either different religion or different culture, so they're fine. Plus, it also gives free dev to the, well, not free because you do pay Diplo points, but it does give dev to the province, so that's some advantages. It's worth it if you have, I think if you're Portugal, you get a discount, but also if you have free colonies, it becomes slightly efficient to developing lands, but it does cost you Diplo points. So it all balances out eventually. But it does dev land, and that is why it is useful. Ooh. Darn, the Ming are in this war. This paw, though, can I reach them? I can. I just need to claim on these guys' land, and I can probably... Oh, they're allied. How in the world did these guys get an alliance with France? Oh, that's not good. Oh, bother. Allied to France, of all people. Must because France is protecting people I'm expanding against. Not cool, France. Not cool at all. I need to make this a core. That way I can stick the merchants in charge of another province. Marwar versus Bahamanas and Bengal. Yeah, I'll join. Not happy about it, but I'll join. Also, how in the world did these guys appear? Bishnapur. Must have been owned by somebody else. Weird. Okay, we are heavily outnumbered by Bengal. How dangerous is Bengal? Dangerous. Okay. How many troops can I raise? A fair amount more. Okay. Strengthen my armies before I'll march in. I'm going to pretty much just focus Bengal, because one-on-one I think I might be able to beat them. Probably not. It'll be very close. If they get distracted, I'll wipe out their forces, though. Any hint of weakness and I will take them out. Also, where's my fleet? There's my fleet. There we go. Yeah, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. I mean, Merwar has a pretty powerful army, usually. It's just a matter of winning. I suppose it's probably better for me to build up my forces before I rush into combat rather than getting annihilated. Oh, poor Merwar. Bengal has a good amount of discipline and has good Miltuck. I don't. I'll take 18 or 17. Not the biggest difference in the world, but the fight still is going to be rather rough. We do have better morale though. Unfortunately though, they're going to getting defensive ideas soon themselves. And then it's a fair fight. Oh, yeah, Vijayanagar can't defeat anybody. I really need to get into that fight. I just don't want to charge in while I don't have good troops. I suppose I better go in. I don't have time to wait. Okay, here we go. I'll just have to pick up the cannon later on. Can I get level 2 forts? I can get level 3 forts. Okay, I should get that fort there then. Oh, I can't afford to upgrade. Don't have the tech, I bet. This is an actually terrible placement for a fort, so we're going to get rid of it and move it over one province. Oh, actually I'm going to upgrade it apparently. Cancel. Vishnapur. You're not willing to be a vassal, I'm not going to ally you. There we go. I'm really worried about how long my allies are going to last here. I have a feeling they're going to get wiped out soon. Oh, it's actually a bit fair of a fight now. We have more cavalry, but that's about it. Working on it. This is what I needed, was getting past that one fort. If I can take their capital, they might peace out. Regardless, I'm going to be looting their land. No prosperity allowed wherever I am. Should probably just do this and just blockade their coastline, honestly. Oh, great. Our ruler, our heir is tolerant. I guess that's somewhat good. Yeah, I need to put the merchants in charge here. Almost 60 gold from trade. It's a good start. This is the danger, that army right there. I hope they attack me, honestly, in some ways. I'd also like it if I could get an advisor who is combat-oriented rather than peacetime-oriented. Here's the fight. Oh my... This has been like 100 years now since we've had a good military advisor. I mean, victory is still ours, and that's a big win, but annoying nonetheless. Casualties on our side are much larger. I don't know how much long Vijayanagar can survive. Although my defeat of Bengal seems to have... Oh, they're almost out of manpower. No wonder they're worried. I have to stay as Cebu. Maybe afterwards. Transfer to Stellaris. Maybe. Stellaris is kind of like Hearts of Iron. It's very slow to get started. Hey, looky here though. The Chimer is doing a very good job. They're doing exactly why I keep them around. Okay, that was dumb. Hey, morale of armies. Ooh, that was close. That was close. This guy's got the siege ability. There we go. Oops. Chaya, where are you, Chaya? Might as well finish off that area before we alter things. Or before we become tolerant, whichever comes first. Can you be a general? Maybe average. If I find an average general, you can be a general. There we go. Okay, I don't know how much longer Bengal will stay in this fight, because we are devastating their countryside. Yeah. They don't really got much of a defense left. This is actually going much better than I hoped it would. This is the problem. At least the AI is smart enough to prevent them from making the crossing. Usually. More enthusiasm of 3, just a little more to go. What name would you like as an admiral? Mama Lord. What name would you like as an admiral? I'll try to remember to do it. The problem is I use admirals so rarely. And now I'm in trouble there. Ooh, can I escape to my ship? Oh, peaced out. Oh, that was close. I don't think I'd have gotten away there. Okay. However, the war is turning in our favor now. Somewhat. Although if Vijayanagar could actually win a battle, this would go a lot better. Admiral Puggington. Okay. Well, currently I don't need a naval officer, but if you want, I can try re-rolling and sticking you in. Well, maybe average. It depends. I haven't watched or heard any of their stuff, so I don't know. I'm not going to make promises to do collabs with people if I haven't watched their stuff, so. Okay. This should be an easier war if we can win this. How do I attack these guys though when they're allied to France? Maybe I attack them regardless and just ignore France because France can't really send troops. That might be what I just have to do. Oops, I'm out of manpower. Where are my lovely nobles who are going to help me with this? Not wanting to be found, apparently. Still, they were found nonetheless. Yeah, I got Australia. I tried to get it and the Mamelukes stole some of it on me. I do want to win this and break the Muslim alliance that is dominating India. Because we are Hindu, surprisingly. Oh. They should be able to reoccupy their own land, so... Hey, bonus to tariffs! That tiny little bit of gold we get. Can't wait till we get this country under control. Not good. Not good at all. Where was the Wurgle? Chandiri. Oh, we need to retake that province. Not good. Well, I suppose I could march up and try and reoccupy it. We're gonna have to go back and deal with tons of rebel groups. Malaccan separatists now, of course. Let's just raise autonomy and all this. I am not going back to deal with another revolt right now. If I had my way, I wouldn't even been going to deal with the first revolt. Surely once their capital falls, yeah, there we go. War enthusiasm should fall considerably. There we go. War has swung somewhat in our favor. Yeah, I know I have rebels. I have to deal with the rebels. I can't deal with the rebels right now. If I pull out of this war, my allies are just going to get annihilated again. Kinda sucks, but I'm invaluable to the war effort. I suppose I could send 32,000 troops back, and that might be enough. 43? Yeah, we can win that fight. We'll march back, take out this rebel group on the way, I guess. Queen died. That's not good. AIs are reoccupying the war goal, of course they are. Portugal got Goa. What a surprise. Whoa! Malwa just broke free of Bengal. Okay. And Vijayanagar just left. Is that Bengal or that was Bahmanas? That was Bengal. Okay. War, well, their enthusiasm for the war. Actually, that was peace. Okay. Their enthusiasm for the war, you can't alter it, it just goes up and down. I have no idea how I'm going to get past this little blockade, which is the Ming. Also, did the Ming get into China? Ming did not get into China. Instead, the Ming are fighting Russia. I sense a potential opportunity here. Well, the Commonwealth still largely intact despite losing quite a few provinces to the Ottomans. Not to mention Austria is expanding. But the Ottomans are fighting the Mamelukes now and winning. That is not a good sign. Okay. A little bit more and then we can get some stability going. Or at least reduce some of our religious problems. I'm trying to avoid slackening recruiting standards. Prefer not to use that up if I don't have to. Because we have 20%, so that is a nice bonus. 2% fire shock. There we go. Let's get some religious unity going. Yeah, it should help quite a bit. There we go. That stabilizes actually quite a lot of our lands. I think it's time to have our ruler abdicate. Oh, we got a new ruler and not so good heir, but we can deal with that. And we want discipline and siege ability this time around, because we're going to be fighting strong countries. How much long am I going to stream? Probably like 13 minutes. Finish at the top of the hour. Where's this admiral? We need to fire the admiral. We don't need him, so... Okay. Got a good fleet going. With the discipline and the morale. Whoa! Emperor was forced to revoke a reform. That's very unusual. I don't know why the AI would want that revoked. That's a pretty good reform. Commonwealth is currently losing a war versus Riga. How? I'm not entirely sure. They're really in debt. That would be part of the reason. Still, I'm surprised they're losing. They have a much stronger army than Riga. Also, Russia's fighting people. Russia's actually losing versus the Ming. Go figure. Golden Aged Ming still. Big penalties. Anyhow. I gotta have dinner first, then I'll think about it. I'm getting hungry. Cebuian Natal. You know what? I'll create a trade company even though there's no real point to it. Just to mess up the colonizers a little bit more. Hey, we're actually in a war versus Spain. This could be really good. Hunt enemy fleets in Eastern Indian Ocean. Can't stop them from landing, but... Also, why is there 20,000 French troops sitting in the Maldives? That just... Oh, actually, we're not at war with Spain. Darn. I thought we would be. We're just at war with Portugal. Not a huge issue, I guess. We are tolerant, but we are also converting everything. Aren't we lovely? Such hypocrites. Let's just make sure Portugal doesn't have any other islands. No, now we're at war with Spain. Okay. This way, and then that way, and then back again, and it's all confusing. Okay, for a peace deal, ideally, we want this. Actually, we want to put a claim on every single province in Indonesia, as in it's all ours, even if they don't know it yet. Okay. I don't need a province in China though. There we go. Maybe we'll get given something, probably will not. Yes, Average, you told me that one. I called Spain Castile. I've just, at this point, I'm so associated with the yellow for Castile. It's just all the same. What was that, Admiral? Admiral Puggington? Trying to remember if that's what he wanted it called. Puggington. Okay, Admiral Puggington. I think there was a G though. Puggington. Nope, no G. Okay, we have an Admiral Puggington commanding our fleets now. We want to fight Spain's fleet, actually. If we can. The rather annoying existence of Portuguese Colombia's fleet. This should be a relatively easy victory here. I don't see Portugal managing to send 26,000 troops to kick these guys out, but you never know. Spain's navy is ridiculously strong as usual, so it could happen. Maybe Average, if I have to hire a new general, I'll try and remember to do that. That's all I'm giving you right now. If I have to, I will. We're gonna navally invade these. Oh wait, did I? Oh, Admiral Puggington is actually an explorer. Oops. Oh well. There's worse problems in the world. Explorers tend to have better stats anyway. We did not get manufactories. I'm not surprised. Who did? China! Oh, I can see why China got it. Gah. They have a few manufactories, I'd say. Yeah, they definitely got the most. Austria is the next closest. Wow. Okie dokie. At least we're going to be getting it reasonably fast in our capital region. 5% a month, so 20 months will be set. Commonwealth is just collapsing at this point. It's too bad. They have beaten back Riga a bit, but still elective monarchy though, so what a disaster. Habsburg on the throne, no economy, no money. I like to help them, but I can't. I guess I'll help there. I won't be able to do much though. A much larger Spanish fleet has arrived. At least it has an offloaded troops. Portugal's fleet is here though, and that's a problem. How are you? Okay, Spain just sailed right past my navy somehow without getting into a fight. Oh, we actually have pretty good navy ourselves. I don't think we could fight Portugal, but we can definitely cause some trouble for Spain. Oh yeah, I'm surprised our land down there hasn't been occupied. Oh, nope, can't invade there, that's for sure. Could fight them though. Let's try that. Do what we can to cause havoc for Portugal. Okay. Oh, okay. They're dead. I can't help them. I can't really help Marwar. It's too many troops. It's too bad. Okay, well, anyway, I think that will be it for this video. Shore average will give you a general name. New general. Average. I will capitalize the A for you. There you go. He's actually not so average. He's pretty good. So we will be using him next time. So, anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Sorry we didn't expand as much as we could have. We are the largest nation in the game though. But unfortunately the Ming are going to cause some trouble for us. So, yeah, I'll send you a message average if I'm free. Anyhow, I don't know if I will be. Anyway, everyone, bye for now. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and join the Discord.